All right, I deburred it a little bit. That fits on there nice. Now we got to turn up this pin and put this crank pin in there, and then the crank will be done. So I can tear this down now. So we're done with with between centers, and I'll take this off, which is an Allen wrench. That actually works pretty good. Got copper. I put a copper shim in the inside so it's not tightening down on the. I'll definitely keep that for later use. Now to get this out, to get your center out, I just take a long bar. This is just an aluminum bar, so it's not going to mar anything up on the back side of that. Stick it through the spindle. Ooh. And give it a wrap. They both came out at the same time. A lot of times, if you're careful, it'll just knock this one out. It'll just knock the center out first, and then you can knock this out, but it knocked them both out at the same time. Didn't hurt anything. And then one in the tail stock, take that out. We're not gonna use that anymore. We're done. And put that away. Get the vacuum cleaner over here. I have a vacuum cleaner that I use for steel and garbage, like, you know, garbage stuff that I'm not worried about taking back to the recycle. Got a little bit of a rust stain and rust from that material. Now let's turn this back to where it belongs. the compound. It'll back you up here. Turn this compound back to where it belongs. It does not belong like that. I see a lot of people put them 90 degrees like that. I don't like that either. You know, with it, and I don't like it. Well, at 45, I can understand why they would do that. You know, if you want to take, you know, half a thou or whatever, you can get away with doing that, but I like to keep mine at 29.5. Right there. So it's ready for threading. Tighten them up. There we go. Take this. I'm going to take that off and give it a little bit of a blow and blow the stuff out of it. Blow the stuffings out of it. That's got a few little wipe that off so we don't have nothing underneath so it rocks. Can't have that. I was always going to build or work on the lathe and make a taper attachment for it so I can do long tapers. Although you can do that with the center, swing it out. I'm going to get this over here. Oh, get my 1, 2, 3 block. And square up the. I like to have it squared to the world. Like that. Allen wrench. That way when I go in with a part off blade, I don't have to worry about it, it's straight. I got a magnet up there to hold my Allen wrenches that I use often. My most used Allen wrenches go up there. And now we gotta find out what size pin. Well, I think it's 5/16, and actually I think they call out a dowel pin, which I'm not going to use a dowel pin. Let's crank this all the way down and then give it a good oiling. Oiling and cleaning. Okay, way lube. Crank it down. There we go. Now let's clean. Let's clean for the tailstock. Slide that up there. Wipe this down in the back. Put a little whey lube on that. Slide her over. And I do have a can here to do the ball bearing fittings. Right here. And give that a shot. So it gets some oil in underneath. There. There. And this one right up here, real close. I got one right up next to my shield. That puts it in underneath the slide, and then another one right here. And then this one. Okay. And we got these. I didn't even use this, the compound, but we'll try to get some oil in them anyway. These up here at the top are a little bit of a buggered. It's like maybe they need a smaller. They do look a little different. This one here is a smaller. Yeah, that works better. Let's crank it out once and I should probably did that first, cranked it out, and then I run with it all the way locked, pushed up to the front. That's the way I run. And I got a little shield here. That keeps some of the chips off of the ways when I'm turning right up here. Okay, you watched me clean up the lathe. We need to put, well, we need to figure out what pin size. I gotta find that. I gotta find that drawing in here, in this package of drawings. Pretty sure it's in here. Rocker arm pin, we made those. I think those are all the things we made except for the crank. Rocker shaft. Oil pump. There we go. Crank pin. So it's 313 in diameter. And what did they call out? See, yeah, they're calling 2 thou press. Wow, that's quite the press on there. I'm gonna go for 312. And in a groove, 1 inch, and it's 1 inch long. All right, take that out. Put this dirty one away that we finished. Now this is basically done, except for the 10 thou washer, shim washer, which I'll stamp out of some shim stock. And this bearing goes on here, and I have to find another one more bearing for this. Slides snug right up against there. And I think the seals have to be pulled out of them, otherwise they're not going to get any oil from the... So we'll have to pull those seals out. That's no big deal. Pull the seals out and probably remove the grease even, because the oil will get in there. Alright, I'm going to lay this over on the bench, or on the surface plate, because it's a part that's done, except for the pin that goes in there that we're going to make next. Put this up. Oh, actually I missed some here. We got an oil inlet down here, and an oil inlet down here. Okay, that oil's the 2 screws, and then I'm going to put them in the mill. On the spindle, got a couple oil cups here, and fill those up. I haven't filled them in a while. Give it a pump on the oiler. I pump that oiler quite often, so that gets pumped. All right. All right. 5C collet adapter. I'm going to do the 5C collet adapter. Okay, that's clean. Move this over. And I'll give it a little bit of a you want to make sure that's clean in there, and you want to make sure this is clean with no oil on it. And put that there, give it a smack, put my feeds in neutral again, grab the tube, stick that in the back here. The tube is what screws on the back of the collet and pulls it. It's the handle. This handle just flips down and around. And gotta get the Allen wrench here. It doesn't take that long to flip from truck to 5C collet. Probably what, 3 minutes, 2-3 minutes. Doesn't take that long. If you rush yourself, I'll bet you can do it in under a minute. All right. Tighten up the lock nuts. Otherwise, they'll vibrate out for sure. It's got 2 half-dug pins to fit in to make that handle work. And now, probably want to use, I don't know. It says material, see notes. Okay, I'll see notes. Parts list and notes. I want crank pin, crank kiss, cam housing, cylinder barrels, cam follower, crank shaft, crank pin, dowel pin. See, that's what they're calling out, is a dowel pin. One-inch long, 5/16 dowel pin. You'd have to take a carbide to cut that groove in there, snap ring groove. Let's see if I have any dowel pins that are 5/16. That's a 1/4 inchers. I don't think I do. You know, they're case hardened, so they're kind of tough to turn a groove into them. Yeah, a lot of 1/4 inchers. Nope, no 5/16. So I'm not going to use a 5/16. I think I'm going to use a piece of stainless. Thought I had some 5/16 stainless. Some small pieces. Yeah, what size is this? That is 5/16. And if I play my cards right, it's got a groove already cut in it. Face off the end and part it off at the right length. What do you think? This is material taken from an old printer, a big printer. When they threw the printers and stuff out, I always grabbed them and grabbed these for the material, because there's always some nice material in there, in them. I've got 2 of them here. They're both 5/16. And it has a snap ring groove already in the end. All I need to do is face it off, then get the right length, 1 inch. Sound good to me. So let's get a 5/16 collet out here. Oh crap. I knocked out an oil bottle down. I'm gonna have to move the camera to get to it to pick it up. 1 inch long the pin is supposed to be. We'll put a nice lead-in chamfer radius or whatever, so that when we press that together it doesn't. Right now I got to move the camera so I can pick the oil bottle up that I knocked down. Oh, it's a long ways down. The older you get, the further it is to the floor. You know that? The distance changes. All right. So I want that there. I want that there focused. Damn it. Been having trouble with focus again. It seems like if you don't zoom all the way in, stay back a ways, the focus will straighten itself out. All right, let's face this off up to this snap ring groove that is already there for me. They had a tool set up for that, I thought. Huh. God darn it, I must have tore it down for something. No, I don't want that one. Me and oil bottles aren't getting along. I could use this one here. I'm looking at setting one up and leaving it set up again, because that's what I had. I had one set up just for that, and obviously I tore it down. This is one of my father-in-law's. Will it fit in here? Some of them have to be, that's fine. It's a little tight, a little snug, but I can turn this tool around, and then I'll leave it set up for that. I'll leave it set up for doing ends, or facing off your material. I made him a few tools that, oh, I know, this one was set up for it. I tore it down when I did that alternator. That's why there's copper on it. I think I had that set up, and then it okay. I don't know how close to center I am. I think it should be pretty close. All right. What RPM do we want? About 1,000. C2. That's 1,000.